In general, Jews emphasize orthopraxis, which means proper behavior, ortho meaning correct, like orthodonty, which straightens or corrects your teeth, and praxis coming from the same root as practice. So orthopraxis, correct behavior, over orthodoxy, which is having the correct beliefs. So although belief is important to Jews, particularly belief in the oneness and goodness of God and the covenant between Yahweh and the Jewish people, in many ways it's less significant than how humans behave. And most fundamentally, to be a Jew means to follow God's laws and to live according to the commandments. And in fact, the bar mitzvah, the ritual ceremony which most Jews undergo at the age of 13 when they're thought to become a full member of the Jewish community, bar mitzvah means son of the commandments. And so they enter into a relationship with God, an important part of which is following the rules that he's established for human behavior. In contrast, as we'll see, Christians tend to emphasize orthodoxy, what you believe, over orthopraxis. Although, again, it's a difference of emphasis, because for Christians both are important. However, ultimately, for Jews, you're saved on the basis of how you live your life, whereas for Christians, you're saved based on what you believe, if you accept Jesus as your Savior. Also in contrast to Christians, Jews do not believe in original sin. They of course share the story of Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden, who disobeyed God, but they do not believe, as Christians do, that humans are therefore innately corrupt and incapable of being good enough to satisfy God's expectations for us. And in fact, they believe we will be judged on the basis of our behavior and on the balance of our good deeds versus our evil actions. Fundamental to Judaism and Jewish ethics is the idea that humans are made in God's image, and therefore human life is innately sacred, and we're obligated to help the needy, to help widows and orphans, and to practice loving kindness toward other people. In the ancient world, these kinds of ideas of extolling compassion were rather rare, and other religions, such as Greek and Roman religions, tended to be more violent and less likely to elevate the value of human life. And of course, one of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not murder. However, importantly, according to most scholars, that commandment only applies to other Jews. And so Jews are forbidden to kill each other, but they are, of course, permitted to kill their enemies, which they do so often with relish throughout the Hebrew Bible. So overall, Jews are expected to follow 613 different commandments. Contemporary Jews only feel obligated to follow all 613 if they belong to the Orthodox sect of Judaism, which I'll discuss later. As for Gentiles, non-Jews,